It's a 2013 Victory Highball for sale. But since they don't make these anymore, maybe you're just watching it to hear the exhaust. Doesn't matter. God, I can't remember what this is. I think it's a Hacker Zoomies. But don't get me lying. We'll start it up in a second. So we got the rear pegs that did not come with the bike. Got the saddlebags that did not come with the bike. Got the Corbin Gunfighter seat. Got this from the sissy bar from the Witch Doctors. I think that was called the Bent something. And if you're not familiar with Victory, it's a 1731cc 1.7 liter. This side's kind of dark. Let's go this side. So the only thing wrong with the bike is that. So that white Victory thing's a sticker. It's actually a decal. And I thought about taking it off and airbrushing it or something, airbrushing Victory, but it's not bad. The blue's the paint and it never even got through it. So got the crash bar with the highway pegs. So a little bit of the custom. Got the LED turn signals, which when I did everything with this bike, I planned on keeping it forever. So I did everything with love and care. So with the old turn signals, I still have them. I cut them after the connector and I soldered these on to the connector. So it has a connector. You can unplug it if you want. I did everything so I don't screw myself later. But, you know, I'm selling it, so who cares? This, 100% all me. I think it's got a Daybreaker in there. I think it was like 500. I don't even remember, but, you know. Oh yeah, I have the key still in. There we go, turn the key off. So, yeah, this, that's all rubber. I made a little hole. So I still have the old headlight with the old proprietary connector. This takes an H4 connector, which normal, I think Harleys take H4. A couple of bikes take H4. I never cut the wire. I hot spliced this H4 into it in parallel. So if you want to take that off and put the older one back, the connector is still there. I didn't just do a hot splice connector either. I shrink wrapped and, you know, silicone the whole nine. It's gorgeous. Again, I thought I was gonna have this bike forever, so, you know. Now this is great, but I wouldn't take it across the country. It's bright, it's HID and all that stuff, but the beam distance is, I wouldn't take it across country. Bar hopping, great, but not across country. So the bad part about the headlight, and it's literally just this model, it's not how I did it. Let me turn the bike on. So anyway, I'm starting the bike. And it may stumble for a second to start because I changed the battery 30 minutes ago. So it needs to trickle charge. But anyway, here we go. Guess not. So this is the best set of exhaust you can get for Victories. It has the tuner, the Cobra Jet Black tuner. I don't remember what it exactly is, but it can Bluetooth to your phone if you can figure that out, and it was $500. It ties into the O2 sensors, a couple other sensors, I don't remember what, but I did it, and I shrink wrapped everything with silicone, and it is fucking waterproof. Excuse my language. So this is some of the connectors for the O2 sensors. So it's shrink wrapped, zip tied, siliconed, and black tape for looks. And I have sprayed it with water, and it is waterproof. So anyway, what I was saying about the headlight, and it's just this. Damn, sorry about that. The headlight, it's just this model of the headlight. If I go high beam and then I take it off high beam, the blue light sticks. It's called latching. And the high beam's still on. The bottom part's the high. So the high beam's latching. If I turn it off, let me see, let's get off. So now we're off high beam, let's turn it. Okay, bike's off, give it a second. There. Turn it on. I guess you have to let it bleed off. Those capacitors in there take a minute. And actually, fun fact, this has a flux capacitor. I couldn't even believe it when I opened the damn box. But the bottom part's off. And the light's still on. If you let it be off for long enough, it'll turn off. But that blue light is latching. And when I put it in there originally, when I originally installed it, I have an H4 bulb because that's what came with this housing. Looks like dog shit, but it's not latching. But it's a bulb. Who wants that? So, you know, if you want to put the old one back on and not have it be a latching problem, up to you. I don't care. I always ride with the high beam anyway. Now, the other thing is these turn signals. Let me do it on hazard. So that's the speed that they flash at. Now, because it doesn't have the bulb, it thinks it's cut. I'm gonna flip on to turn signal, and it goes faster. Oh, let me still on shit. There we go. Let me turn it off. There we go. So now it goes faster. It thinks it's cut. And I like it because it gets your attention a little bit more. I could take, you could easily just meter the bulbs that I still have and figure out what the resistance is and add a resistor and it will think it's not cut. Up to you. I don't care. I like it blinking faster. So headlight, that's most expensive exhaust setup you can get. Bags, crash bar. I don't know, man. I'm gonna miss this bad boy. Oh yeah, and the miles. Oh yeah, and the let's see. So let me see if I can get a good view. So it doesn't have anything but the speedometer, but it'll show what gear you're in and the RPM. So like if I and you can cycle through and it will show the miles, which is 8,280 to 2013. And trip meter doesn't have a fuel gauge, got a trip meter. And RPM. And let me go to first gear. Oh, it's in kickstands down. I'm not gonna do that. It'll turn off. But anyway, that will change from neutral as you ride. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah, and the mirrors. The mirrors are also aftermarket. You may hear a little bit of ticking. That's just how it's always sounded. I don't know if it's the valves or the intake gasket. I'm not really sure, but it's always been that way. It gets quieter when it's warm, but I like it.